What's going on, guys? Welcome back. This is part 4 of my M57 build. I was going to show you a little bit what I've done and then what more I'm going to be doing today. So I've got DeAndre coming out. He's a bit of a guru with it. He's managed to get his M57 going, and he knows I'm up to the wiring side of things now, so it's going to be a bit trickier. He knows his stuff. So I'm just going to get him to give me a hand because he can get it done a lot quicker than I can. And I just want to get this thing done. It's been over a year and a half now. I really do apologise first before I get started that it's taken so long to get here. Just had a few things happen in the family and work, and just everything's just gone, you know, haywall. I've done Fraser, I've done Cape on my bike. The videos are coming out soon if they're not already up. So keep an eye out for them. Me and a mate went solo up to Cape, and another mate, we went to Fraser, done himself a mischief. So he got airlifted out. So that's coming up soon, but this video hopefully be up before then. So anyway, what have I done so far? So last time I spoke to you, the motor was sitting in and I'd done a little bit to it. So I put oil in the motor. The motor is not cracked. Lucky. So what I've done is I've gone the 4.5 radiator off eBay, and it comes with the thermo fans and the back shroud thingy. But with them, when you get them, they're these shitty fucking pissant looking, you know, 12-inch fans. And I'm like, I know what I'm like. I know what I'm doing. Queensland's hot. I'm always doing stupid shit. So I went Craig Davies 16-inch double thermos. I had to cut the shroud out bigger because it was made for a 12-inch and not a 16, so I just cut them out. So they're on there now. Got to put the solenoid for it. Look at that. Put the solenoid up there somewhere. Also, I got the bottom radiator hose from ASL Mods. It was like $80 or something, and it fits perfectly. You just got to cut it to where you want, like here, and then put a clamp on, so it just goes onto this little thingy. Bottom hose. Done the manifold. I got the manifold on. Turbo's just sitting on there for now. But today, let's swing her over here. So I'll show these more as I put them on. But what I got is alternator, oil, air filter, fuel filter, the top manifold gaskets, because I've got to take that off to put the new inlet for the top of the radiator. So I'm getting away from the plastic. I've got for the turbo, so I can put my piping on it that just hooks into the turbo, but I'll show that. Then I got the top manifold delete from, so these all came from Fusion Fab. This came from where is it? Canberra, there you go. Quick Oz or whatever. The alternator's about $600. The filters, I got that from ASL. The oil filter, fuel filter, and the manifold gas, you'll see. And then overflow bottle, I've just gone that off eBay for like $50. So pretty much there you go. I'm going to delete this and put that other shiny bit on from Fusion Fab. I'll take the top manifold off to get to the top for the top radiator hose here. I believe there's a few bolts in there. So that's got to come off. So while that's off, I've got to get, I'll just put those new gasket kits in. Also going to check and see if it's had the delete done in there. I'll explain more about that later if it's done or not. And then pretty much going to do the wiring. So while DeAndre's out here, I'll see if I can put the camera in his face and he can explain what we're doing. But hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully this thing will be running today. So we've got to shoot back in town, get a few other little nits and pieces like turbo lines and all other nitty gritty shit. And then hopefully, yeah, it'll run. I don't have the exhaust side gasket that goes on the back of the turbo to make me exhaust. And then I'm going to take it to a mate of mine to do all the intercooler piping. But I've got to do all this stuff first before I can do that. Yeah, so should be a lot more done. This should help you a lot more if you're up to this stage and you're waiting. So this is for manual, so a lot of this top stuff is you do it for your autos anyway. But the wiring side of things, that is for a manual. I'm not sure if the autos, you're gonna have to talk to Fusion Fab or ASL or someone that's done it in the meantime. But I know Dondre has done this in his manual, so he's got his driving around on 37, so I'll show that when he gets here, but it's a boss. I think he's here now. But I better go before the dog eats him. Righto. So it was just the missus coming home, so he's all right. You're all right, safe for now, Dondre. Also, I've got to go in town, so it's going to be a bit time consuming going back and forward. Also got to get the alternator belt, so we're going to be putting that on. What else we got to get? The fuel off the back of the fuel pump. I'll put up on the screen, probably right here, what it is. For all the parts I've got as well, I'll also put a picture up here and just do like a show you thing while I'm doing it. I'm talking. All right, you get the picture. Anyway, yes, I'll put them up. What else? So that's pretty much what I want to try and get done today, is just get the motor running, but I do have to go in town. Yeah, got a few little bits and pieces to grab in town too, and I'll show what I can. I don't want to hold Dondre up too much, so taking the manifold and stuff off, there's lots of YouTube videos of that, so I'll just show it done. And I'll just show you what I can, what I think you need to know to do it. A lot of it is you can find other people doing it that explain it a lot more when they use the gloves and all that shit. Fuck that. Don't need gloves to change the fucking filter. Anyway, yeah, righto, I'll leave it here, and then when Dondre gets here, I'll pick his brain. He can show you and tell you a bit more. Right, guys, stay tuned. Alright, so the manifold's off. We're going to start cleaning that. That's it off now. We've blocked it so no shit goes in. That's the thing I was telling you about that you're going to have to take off. That is this from Fusion Fab, and that's going to go on there like that, and then it should sit like that. So didn't take a video taking it off because there's plenty of videos out there how to do that. We've just blocked it off while I clean the manifold and get it all clean so no shit goes in there.
So these are used for your, I think it's for EGR, or for your DPF, like when they're like the recycling. These little vacuum lines all go into here. So what we've done is we're going to leave these sensors on because they tend to have a dummy spit if you take them off. So you leave them on, loop them back to each other and forget about them. And then these, we don't have all caps, so what we end up doing is just making them loop like that. And this one here goes to your turbo, but we'll end up ripping that off and putting a fresh one on there because it looks like arse. Yeah, that's about it for that.
Hi guys, so it's been a few days. Ran into a few problems with it. When I sold my motor, I sold with all my gauge inlet little thingies on the end, sensors, that's it. So I had a brain fart. Sold them with my sensors, so I've got to order that. Also with Craig Davies, I've ordered I'm going to go into the I'll show you that in the next video, but I had to order a few parts, so they're not going to be here while I'm home. So yeah, I've sent the car to Dondre's place, and we'll finish it off there, only because he's got all the gear there and saves us running back and forward, and I live a bit far away from him, so it's easy if I just send it to him, and then I can just drive to him and do it there. So the next video I'll show a lot more in it, just a recap, just to show what I'm doing now. Oven clean, heavy duty, because when you get your manifold off, you might as well clean out all the ports. And if you can see in here, that's normally pretty good. Same with in here. So that was all full of oil and just shit. So I've done it about, no shit, that's my third can. I'm going to do it again. I've done it for 3 days now, cleaning it out, washing it, letting it sit for 20 minutes. If you're gonna do it, I highly recommend getting that oven clean stuff, because it just kills like oil and residue on that off. And obviously I've got the gaskets to go over the top. Once that's done, this is the new inlet thingy I'm going to be going. So this is from Fusion Fab, and it goes, hang on, spin the camera, skadoosh. It goes on the end here like that. So I'll show more of that in the next video. This is just a quick little recap. As I said, just what I've done and that. So the car's gone, waiting on parts. So while I'm waiting, I don't want to muck around. I just wanted to get everything done right. So with the oven clean, because it's really like a foamy kind of thing, check it out and I'll show you. What you do is just spray in the ports and just keep filling it up with this foam, and eventually come through. Turn to the side. Come through a lot cleaner. It's a lot better than degreaser, and yeah, you pretty much get the gist what it's like. So spray all that in there, then here in the intake as well on the top. Give it a good spray in there, and just let that sit for about 20 minutes. Oven clean, who'd know, eh? But it's coming up good, it's coming up a treat. I'm happy with it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Truck's gone. Andre's got it at his place. He's going to do a bit more on it there, and then when I catch up with him, I'll get him to talk me through what he's done and parts we've ordered, and I'll put them all linked there. So hopefully this has helped. I know this is more me just talking, it hasn't really shown much, but these little things you're gonna want to know when you do it. So sorry it took so long getting these videos up. As I said, I've had a fair bit going on. Alright guys, I'll stay tuned for the next one, because when it comes up it's going to show a lot more, and hopefully we'll be running by then. All the parts will be here, the sensors will be here, everything I need to get it going. Dondre will do what he can, and then after that we'll go for intercooler piping, exhaust, and I can drive it, and then hopefully you'll be just let it sing. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like, leave me a comment if there's something you want to know, and I'll answer it the best I can. Rightio.